All right, guys, 1st of May, May book choices. Going to be an interesting reading month, so let's get into it. Hey, Fantasy fans, welcome back. It's Dan here with TreeBeard Book Reviews. Welcome back to the channel. Going to be looking at some May reads. I got 6 books on my May TBR. So first few things I want to say is, if you're first time to my channel, welcome. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. I do have some things to showcase, so I am wearing my shirt here. This shirt is available through Patreon. It says Bearded and Bookish. You can see it on the Patreon. I am looking at getting some merch. But this shirt is going to be unique to Patreon, and the patrons are going to have this unique shirt. So you can only get this shirt through Patreon. And actually, one of the books I've chosen this month is through Patreon. I put out a poll on Patreon. Pick one of these Discworld books. Obviously, I have to have a Discworld book on my TBR. So, yeah, so one of those books, I'll talk about that later when we get to it. I'm really excited for my May reads. April was a really weird month. I'm going to be doing another video talking about just wrapping up April, talking about my reads, and talk about what's going to come in the month of May too. So yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into the first my first reads of May. All right, so let's get through the Audible reads. Get those out of the way. So the first book, and the book I'm actually currently listening to now on Audible or audiobook, is The Fall of Hyperion by Dan Simmons. So far, really enjoying it. So yeah, this has been great. I really loved Hyperion. It's one of those books that have really stuck with me, and I've constantly been thinking, not constantly, I've been thinking about it a lot since I read it, and I just can't wait. I don't think I could have left this any longer to read. I already feel like some of the terms and phrases, I'm like, oh, I might have waited too long. I should have read it back to back. So maybe wait for my review, and when we get to it, I can maybe fully flesh that out. So the next Audible listen or audiobook I'm going to be doing is The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, narrated by Andy Serkis. As you guys saw, I listened to The Hobbit. If you follow me on Goodreads, I do have my Goodreads link below. If you want to follow me on Goodreads, follow me there. I listened to The Hobbit by Andy Serkis. It was so fantastic. I'm actually going to be doing a review of just the Andy Serkis's audio version of The Hobbit, and talk about The Hobbit in general. The Hobbit is one of my favorite books. I love Lord of the Rings too, so it just seems perfect to be doing these two audiobooks in the month of May. I reread The Lord of the Rings every year, and this is just another way of me to reread it. So yeah, super excited to get into The Fellowship of the Ring, narrated by Andy Serkis. All right, so let's get into the physical reads. These I'm going to be putting in chronological order. So this is going to be the order I'm going to read them in. So the first book, and this is actually because of Discord. I do have the Discord channel. There is a link below if you want to join the Discord. Everyone's been talking about reading this in the month of May. So I'm like, you know what? If everyone in my channel is talking about it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get along. So the first book is Stormfront, Dresden Files Book 1. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be reading Stormfront with you guys. So I'm super excited to read it. It's a short book. It's only like 300 pages, and the text is like fairly good size. So I'm expecting to read that quite quick. I do have a little bit of work to do in my master's this month, so I think May is going to be a good reading month for me, hopefully. April was rough, so I will talk about that later. So the next book I'm going to read is Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. I do have the illustrated, or the 25th anniversary edition. I actually got this thrifting, if you believe. I do have a video where when I found it. I got it for like $2.99 at a thrift store, so pretty unbelievable find for me. Really looking forward to reading. I did like Assassin's Apprentice. I do have a review for that on the channel. It wasn't maybe my favorite. It was just middle of the road. If I was to recommend, giving it my old rating, because I read it last year, I didn't apply my new rating system to it, I would say it was probably a buy an ebook. Like C tier, can safely buy an ebook. But I'm really hoping that this one, picks it up for me, and because I have some members of my Discord who've been reading, Realm of the Elderlings, Robin Hobb, and they loved Royal Assassin. And this Discord member, we seem to have really close reading tastes, so I fully expect that I'm actually going to really enjoy this book. So yeah, that is the second physical read for the month of May. The third one I'm actually really excited for. Another sci-fi book. So there's two sci-fi books, like my audio and now my physical read is going to be Old Man's War by John Scalzi. I've had this recommended to me several times. This is a book I got in that massive book haul from Ralph. Everyone says I just need to read it, and I agree. It just sounds like it's going to be right up my alley. It's more of like a comedic sci-fi, nothing like too super serious. So I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to reading it. Again, it's kind of a short book, like 300 pages. So yeah, really looking forward to reading that in the month of May. And obviously, I can't have a TBR without having a Discworld book on there. So when I put out the call on Patreon, I send it out to all my patrons. They comment below, like, pick one of the three. The three books were, The Color of Magic, Masquerade, and Moving Pictures. So obviously, with the first entry in the Discworld universe, we have a standalone Moving Pictures, and then Masquerade it's the next in the Witches books I need to read. And asked them to comment below and let me know what I should pick, and they ended up picking Masquerade. So yeah, super excited to read this one. Terry Pratchett's my favorite author, favorite series, Discworld. I know I'm gonna love it. The Witches is one of my favorite series. I really connect with the Witches just because, like, my family is from Northern England, and they're really like just they feel like Northern Englanders, like they're just from the north, like they feel like they're from the north. They talk like they're from the north, and they have this kind of folksy, just something. It's just I relate to them a lot, so I'm really super excited to read The Witches this month. I'm stepping aside from reading The Watch because I read Night Watch in the month of April, and I cannot wait to talk about it. Wait for that review. I might even be doing like a full spoiler review and a spoiler free, just because I absolutely I don't want to give it away. So I cannot wait to talk about that book. So yeah, again, I got my Discworld pick. So that's the thing with joining the Patreon, guys. Like, you're gonna get access to certain things and certain tiers. Like, so one of my tiers, you get to pick some of the books I get to read. I think my highest tier, you get the shirt, you get my bookmark, and you get to pick the books, like one book a month I can read, or sorry, one book a year. You get to pick a month, and that's your month, and you get to pick. And then also, there's going to be certain, you can like have live streams with me where like one-on-ones on Discord. So anyways, guys, that's really it. My May TBR, super excited for these reads. Again, I'm going to be having another video recapping April. Like I said, April was mixed. So, but that's it, guys. I won't belabor it anymore. Thank you guys for, for watching. If you like the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And other than that, we'll see you next time. Cheers.